A lot of women, especially us women, we are always trapped by these introductions. I'm going to introduce you to my sister. I'm going to introduce you to my mother. And even you hear the relationship gurus say, if he loves you, he will introduce you to his mother. Listen, some mothers are tired. They know their sons. So if a girl is introduced, they'll say, well, we don't know where he's going to hand. It's only you who doesn't know what kind of a guy he is. The mother of that man knows that this relationship is not heading anywhere. But in your head, you're thinking, I think this time it's going to happen. No. There are many reasons why people rush to introduce you. They want your free access, freedom to do whatever they want. They want that security for that particular time that they're going to with you. They know themselves that they're not going to stay that long. You need to be aware of that. Introductions should not be done, in my opinion, till someone is engaged. Until we're engaged, because you don't want everybody to know this is my girlfriend. Who are they introducing you as? My friend? No. You've got enough friends already in your circle. You've got enough friends already who are known in your circle. But if this friendship is not heading towards what you want, then it has to stand the test of time. Just like all my friends. My friends, for example, they've been in my circle, some of them for 2 decades, some of them for over a decade. I don't have a friend who is in my life who has not been with me for over a decade. All my friends are 10 years older with me in my circle. In the house, that's how long I've known them. And these friends, they're known with my family. They attend my gatherings. I attend their functions. I'm like a family member to them now. If he wants to be in that circle, it takes time. It takes time for you to say, no, he's a friend that I can introduce to my family. He has to know that you don't just introduce. Unfortunately, if he feels offended by that, be it. I tell you, if you are tired of being introduced, this is the approach you should take. Just say it that, you know what, I don't want to be just introduced unless something that makes sense is coming up. For example, I'm getting engaged. Then yes, if there's nothing like that, I don't want to be introduced. Don't explain your reasons. That's your standards. That's it. Where you've come from, what has happened in the past, it's not for you to explain in that situation. No, don't explain it. Just say that's your standard. Only when I'm engaged. You see, the problem with some men, they cannot make a decision whether they like you or not. They would want a third, fourth, fifth opinion before they decide whether they want to be with you or not. And that kind of a man is a red flag. It is a red flag, right? We are not, especially my age, I've passed that stage where someone just wants to introduce me. Why do you want to introduce me? Where are we heading? I'll introduce you to my mom, I'll introduce you to my dad. Still, as good as it sounds, it doesn't. If I want commitment, that's not commitment. It's just an introduction. It's an introduction. And remember, an introduction to parents does not change this person's thinking. If he's not that person who doesn't keep relationships, he will still not keep this relationship, even after he's introduced you to his parents. What's the point? He has to show that he's intentional about whatever he's doing, and then I'll say yes to it. Otherwise, ladies, their standards have to go up. To be honest, that's what I think. Everybody has got their own way of doing things. That's fine. People say, oh, she started staying with their boyfriend. They were staying with boyfriend together for 5, 6, 7 years, 8, and then they got married. There's a certain age that is able to do that. Then there's another age group that is not able to behave like 20, 30-year-olds, like us, over 50s. Honestly, why do I have to be introduced why do I need to be introduced if you're not intentional about this relationship? Why? Yeah, my standards are just like that now. I wouldn't. I would tell my nieces the same thing. Don't rush to get introduced. Okay? Don't just rush to get introduced because it's not going to help you. You only get introduced to someone who is intentional, there's evidence that you're getting engaged or you're engaged already. People can see you everywhere, but you don't want any introductions. Please don't introduce. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Depending with your age, if you really want to keep it cool and raise your standards and you want results, this is what you do. You don't want any stupid introductions. Introductions that don't make sense. Oh, this is my girlfriend. What? You've got so many friends already. You don't want to keep on adding more to that. If it's that a friend, is just a casual friend until you're sure what it really wants. Do you want a relationship or what? If you really want a meaningful relationship, then it has to be defined. We're not kids anymore. We're not children. We're not young. We raise our standards as we grow older because our time is valuable, right? Our time is valuable. You're not intentional. You don't see yourself settling with anybody. So I don't want to be introduced. It's as simple as that. Don't introduce me to anyone. Don't introduce me to anyone. Full stop. I won't introduce you to anybody. Full stop. That keeps us cool. Because some of us we respect our families so much. We cannot just be introducing people who don't make sense, people who don't have a plan. We don't want that. You appear as if you're not intelligent up there. You want to avoid that. I think you can relate. I've seen so many stories about similar cases of men, women who, especially men who are not intentional. They don't know what they want. You're introduced to everyone, but they are not going to be intentional. They don't tell you where they're heading with their relationship. And you'll be struggling, thinking, where am I going with this guy? Where am I going? Where am I going? Honestly, basically, what I'm saying here is that introductions, they don't have to be rushed. They only have to be done if there is clear indication that this is going to be long term. For example, engaged. Then yes. Otherwise, keep it private. Keep it private. Keep it private. No family member should know, especially if you value your family. No, don't do it. Some men, they are just bad like that. They just introduce everybody they meet. This is my girlfriend. They make it so casual. And just say no. I don't want to be introduced to someone who's not intentional. The only time I allow to be introduced is when I'm engaged. If I'm not, please leave me alone. And by that time, you're seeing other people. You're open to date. You're open to date. You just set your standards as easy like that. Whoever wants you, whoever wants to be in your life, they know what to do. They're not going to be stringing you along. And remember, when you get an engagement ring, when is the wedding is the next question. If he doesn't have a date, don't take it. Don't take it. We want date right there. When he says, will you marry me? If you say yes, before he stands up, just say, when is the wedding? If he doesn't have a wedding date, we don't want to be end up in a situation. We just say no. Because ladies and gentlemen, there are people who are intentional there, who are looking for genuine people to be in relationships with. You're not going to be that person who's going to be trapped in a situation. The power is in you. I hope this makes sense and you take care. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye bye.